equipped to represent New Zealand in France later this year. How cool is that, eh? For our own people to be in this representative, be given this representative opportunity.
So Mavis, they would really need, it is very important they start to learn a little basics of French. How do you say hello in French?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hi.
And the weather is nice?
Oh, kaore.
Les pieds maché. You can speak French, Mavis. A little bit.
Johnson's Brothers are the sponsor of this event. We'd like to thank the Johnson's Brothers for their sponsorship for this event. A wonderful event this is. The sheep are being supplied by White Spurs. These wool handlers will be handling 5 competition fleeces. And these shearers, they will not be mucking around. So shearers, you guys need to get stuck in. So we're just waiting on the green light. We have all our judges. The competitors are all fired up. They're just doing final adjustments to their work area.
I'll see you later, darling. Bye.
While we're just waiting, Koro, I wonder, I've got Dana Tiaho with me. Now, Dana's deep south, but certainly got the whakapapa from Coromandel, but deep south. Dana, we've seen a number of these kind of world qualifying events, haven't we? What do you reckon?
Yes, I have seen a lot. I've actually been working through this stage because, I've got 2 daughters competing, and we had one in the north and one in the south. So it was really good to see where they came. Tia was next in, and I'm not sure where Monica ended up, but to see the top 8 in the worlds, you've got Chelsea Collier, was the first time, Cherie Peterson, Nio Hansen. So it's really good to see new blood in there to shake these old ones up.
Ooh, you're mean.
Yeah, I don't think we should be talking about old ones. We got the green light. Can we have our shearers to the board, please? Oh, we need the referee down on...
Ian, where's Ian? Where's our fabulous timer? Here he is, Joe. Great. Sorry, he went to the wharepaku and didn't tell anyone.
So Tuma, what are we handling? What's the discipline here? Is it just full wool, no second shear? How many? 5 competition fleeces. Have the shearers been instructed to lift their game? As long as the door closes, that's all that matters. We want the best because the Cook Islanders are sitting here. We really should be out of the room, these people, because they're here to check out the opposition because they've already a team here.
Well, they came second to New Zealand in the last World Champs, so they'll be watching and seeing what these wool handlers do, how they perform.
Can you ask the president to remove them?
I can, actually. Sam Saunders, can we get some security here to remove these
You fellas are cheating.
Cook Islanders?
They're already on surveillance time. Yes, Pete, that's the Cook Island team.
Okay, are we good to go, Joe? We're just waiting for the wool handling chief referee. Give us a thumbs up. Okay, timekeepers are ready. Shearers to the board. Shearers, get set, go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a favourite up there, don't be scared to get in and vocally support them. You are not to do any coaching, but you are to support them. On table number 1, we have Ngaio Hansen from just down the road in a little place called Eki Tahuna. Ngaio is from the Braddock whānau. Great competitors. I think the little sister is in the quarterfinals and a little bit later on in the Open. But here's young Io, she's right there with her shearer, and she's making sure that the shearer doesn't do anything out of the ordinary and just going to keep the job right. She would have given her shearer strict instructions. On table number 2, koro, we have Eramiha Niho, as in Danivek Boy Niho. He's really shone in the last couple of years. He's really dedicated himself to doing these shows, and it's really showing, isn't it, Mavis?
It sure is. And then look on stand number 3. I'm going to do this with Dana. She's been all the way through the south, so she knows who's who. But Chelsea, this is a really cool thing to see, isn't it, Dana?
Yes, as they call Chelsea, they call her a little rocket pocket. Chelsea has done a very fine season this year. She missed out on 2 competitions in the South Island with the finals, but has just about made every single final in the North Island. So beautiful throws.
Koro, what do you reckon? You're right down there.
They're all the same. They're all the same. There's a little bit hanging over for everybody, so I would all give them about 4 for each fleece. What do you see it like from up there?
Yeah, there was some overhang, but for me it looked like Chelsea probably had the least of that overhang. You know what, people, at this level, that matters. Every little thing matters.
Oh, yeah, they're going deep. The judges are going deep. They have to, because this is going to be a world competitor, Mavis.
Absolutely, and of course you can never disregard Joel. Joel's one of these ones, he just keeps pushing through. And to be honest, I'd expect no less, having had almost, I'm not going to say the soul attention, but sometimes I think for a lot of people it felt like he had the soul attention of Joe Kumaroa. You know, he has an obligation to do well, really, doesn't he, Dana?
Yes, he does. You know, his mentors, Gina, Nathan, Tina Rimini and Joanne Kumaroa, you could not get any better mentors for Joel to follow.
Yes, but he's being challenged here today, isn't he, Tuma? He's being challenged.
He most certainly is. Ngaio Hansen, she's got rid of her fleece. Eramiha Niho, he's still got his on the table. Pressure is starting to mount. This is to pick our team, ladies and gentlemen, to represent New Zealand over in Viva la France. Here we go, all the wool handlers back to the table, back to the board. They need to set up the fleece, and then they turn around, release Boy Niho. Lovely throw, a little bit overhanging here on table number 1.
Ooh. I think we got it down here.
Eramiha Niho wasted that fleece. He did what the Ellis girl did. That was a perfect fleece. He's only lost bugger all, but he's got the best throw of the lot. That's the best throw of the lot. And it was just a little bit hanging over, just a fraction. Half the size of an A4 sheet of paper is what you talk about often, isn't it? But if you look at the points up there, Henare is pumping.
I think Joel had the better throw, Koro. It was just perfect. It was a typical Joel Henare throw. You know, these fleeces are challenging. There's no easy ride in here. And yes, those points that you see up the top, these are those board judges who are judging process. How well did they set up? How well did they keep all the contamination pieces away? How well did they throw? How well do they keep their place tidy and clean? So, you know, those only tell a part of the story, but they're going to be telling quite a big part, I think, as we carry on through. Tuma, what's it like down there?
Well, Mavis, we've got 9 baskets around the table that these wool handlers have a lot of different lines of wool. You know, they're looking around, there's a bit of VM in some of these fleeces, a little bit of yellow. You know, they are very, very demanding fleeces of these wool handlers. You know, it's not a walk in the park. Every fleece tells a different story. But Joel Henare, he's got a nice fleece there, Mavis.
Joel Henry Mavis this time has nailed it. He's got it by the bun and he squeezed it and he said, "Here's mine, land, baby land." That's a beautiful throw. Nothing in it as these other ones. These are all the same. The fleeces are coming at them. All right, shearers, you can step up a knot. Let's put a little bit of hinaki on these wool handlers. Make them work. This is a world qualifying event and we want to see the world's best go to La Dorette in France. And back to it, Chelsea Collier. Here he is, Aramiha Niho is starting to get a little bit of hungrier. Tuma Mullins.
Tomo, just Jimmy Samuels, could you come to the announcer's desk, please? Jimmy Samuels.
Yes, hungry koro. Hungry is a good way to explain it. Who wants to go and who wants to watch it live stream? I know all of these wool handlers are well within their capabilities of representing New Zealand, but I'm sorry, we can only take two. So here we go. Guy Hansen looking around, has a quick look up at his shearer. Boy Niho, he's running around back to his shearer, grab the cheek wool, runs back to his fleece. You can see the urgency, Mavis, in these open wool handlers. They're like a spring ready to uncoil.
That's right, they've got their game face on and you can see it. Fantastic work down here. Both of these end tables. I mean, I'm sure it's happening up that end as well, Toma, but by gosh, from what I see down here, it's just fabulous skills at its ultimate, really. And Dana was, yay! Oh, and again, koro. Nothing in it.
I think this man in the morning, and he had his karakia for him because everything is placed on there. He's got the good fella sitting on his shoulder at the moment, Joel Henare. The points are reflected in that. He's working up the top. Let's get right up close. Let's get in his face and see where he's at. He's got the yellow coming out, ladies and gentlemen. It's live streaming. The Johnson's Brothers World Wool Handling quarterfinals or semi-finals is underway, Tuma, and back to you, because how's the young Nio Henson going?
Oh, Nio Henson, she had the best throw. You could see that a mile away, and she's back to her fleece. All these other wool handlers still at the board, but Nio hasn't got time for that. It's all about processing the main line, getting the main line in the fadge. She runs back to her shearer now, grabs the cheek wool back to the table. All of these shearers, they're shearing along nicely, keeping things nice and even. But it's the Chelsea Collier. She's turning on the gas. Come on, let's go. I want to go to France. I want to learn French. I want to go and drink some of that fancy coffee and have some of that vino that they have over there. Guy Hansen, roll up all of these wool handlers. They'll be thinking about the clean-up, Mavis, and we know Joel Henare has got the best in the business.
He is the best, but there's a lot of them. See that different style. Good old boy. Everyone in Dannyburg.
Oh, Hanson's got it that time. Bonjour. The Hanson girl has got it. That the showman, this guy here, Eremia Neo, he's a real showman. He picked his leg up and went boom. Baby, she landed nicely. The time is clicking away. 1 minute and 10 seconds, Mavis. Hurry up, Joel Henry. He's starting to roll that fleece up. Come on now, Chelsea Collier. Let's go to France. Let's get on that big bird and fly. This is what it's all about. Eremiha says, I want to be there as well, so let's go. He's going to put it in the wool pack. Mavis, how's it looking from there?
It's furious. It is truly fast and furious, and that's how it should be. Joel down here, look, they're all doing it now. They find that super strength. Just chuck that table up, sweep underneath it, never mind going around, just go straight through. But there's a lot of oddments on the floor here, and you can see how, you know, this thing can be difficult when you've only got 9 baskets, but there's something like 10 or 12 blinking oddment lines. Joel's there.
Oh, Mavis, it's Joel Henry with the hand up, and Chelsea Collier. Tuma, how they going down there?
Right, Henson, time for her as well. Boy, Niho, come on, mate. You know you got the quality, you got the goods to be going over to France. Here we go, come on. Not a lot of time left for young boy. He has a look around. He's getting every little bit. You could eat your breakfast off that board if you like a bit of wool in your mouth. But here he goes.
Woohoo, go.
Well done, boy.
Well, Mavis, we really need to take away all this wool, and we'll just see, because Tuma Mullins called Niho, Era Miho Niho, boy Niho is having the floor. He's got the best cleanup.
Certainly does. Very obvious from here too. Well done. That's not easy. It's not easy to get it looking that clean when you're at pace.
The Golden Shears this year has made it so difficult. They've lifted the benchmark. It's really hard here, Mavis.
It has to be hard. This is a world qualifying event. We only want the best.
Back in the day when you were going, could you handle it?
Oh, no worries, eh, Dana?
Oh, she could.
Yeah.
What? Jeez.
Excuse me, what a question.
Excuse me, those girls are going. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the first one, and there's some very good competitors coming too now, isn't there?
Radio, we've got Heat 2. Kieran Herbert on table 1. Cherie Pedersen on 2. Cherie Alabaster on table 3. And Pagan Karodia on 4. Just while we're here, we have the senior wool handling finalists. Just got to find my piece of paper. Radio, in order of qualification. Tyler Hira, Jeremy Goodger, Naira Puha, and Nova Kumaro Ellers. Congratulations to you four. I also have the junior wool handling finalists. Sunny Tifare, Chrome Ellers, Lucas Broughton, and the local girl Shyla Kraitiana.
If we can get our next heat up open wall handlers, they'll be doing final preparations, probably a nervous Mimi.
Well, if you've just come into the stadium, folks, no mai haere mai. Haere mai ki whaka ti ori ori. Welcome to Masterton, home of the Golden Shears, the World Premier Shearing and Wool Handling Championships for the year 2019. If you look around the building, we've got all the sponsors' flags and banners. These are the folks that have made it this year. We're underway with the Johnson's Brothers World Wool Qualifying Heat number 2. And there is nothing but the best in this lineup. These are the folks that are going to be representing. There'll be 2 chosen out of this special event, and we'd like to acknowledge the sponsorship put up by the Johnson's Brothers. Mavis, one more to go, and you've got the old war horse herself, a world full of knowledge, Dana, in the world wool handling.
Yes, she says thank you, Koro. She says thank you for that. Yep, so we have the second heat up here, and another mix of experience and youth. Those who have reached pinnacles and those who are looking to kick the door down. And I guess in this lineup we're talking about Cherie Patterson. Cherie Patterson, sorry.
We have Cherie Peterson on table 2. Now, Cherie's come from Milton, and it's great to see that her mother goes to every competition with Cherie, and it's really great to see her supporting her here also. Cherie has, lived and bred. She is the niece of Ronnie Davis, and Ronnie Davis was a competent wool handler.
He's a master.
And also a master is Ronnie Davis. So Cherie is part of that Davis whānau that has come into the wool handling competition, and it's good to see where she's reached.
Okay, I see we have the green lights. Can we have our shearers to the board? This heat, Koro, they saw the scores from the first heat, so they know what they have to do. They have to have the perfect round to be right there with the henare.
Well, certainly at the board on the big screen, henare is very, very good there, and it is, the wool all goes to the back, and there's another team of judges, and like Mavis said, fibre by fibre. they go through the wool.
Joe Hopkirk, can you report to the board?
So while they're talking and Joe Hopkirk is coming through, Mavis, just take us through what's actually happening out the back there at the moment.
So the judges out the back are going through all of those lines, those baskets, which represent a different characteristic of wool. They're going through to see just how accurate these wool handlers have been in separating that. Sometimes you can get those baskets out there and as a judge you look at it and say, what were they seeing? You know, so if you've got lines of wool that all look the same, that's probably not going to be helpful for you out the back.
So in the frib basket should only be fribs. If there's a little bit of fleece wool, you're in the cart, aren't you?
That's right. But it's even things like, you know, second pieces and locks. If competitors don't get a differential between them so that they look and are different, you're going to attract a penalty because the judge won't know what it is.
So a first piece and a second piece to me should be the same thing.
A first piece is length, good length, maybe not bad colour, but it's good length, but some colour.
So you've got locks, second pieces and first pieces.
That's right.
Why you fellas make it so hard?
We don't make it hard. This is some of the demands of the processors. So when they're spinning wool, they actually want wool of a certain length. And if they're going to dye it a dark colour, they don't mind having a bit of colour, natural colour through it. But if you want some beautiful white wool, the last thing you want is any colour differentiation that the dye can't work through.
That's why you're standing there with a microphone, Mavis, for that expert commentary, eh, Tuma Mullins? Well, ladies and gentlemen, wool used to be about $1.2 billion. That was about $10 million a day, every day in New Zealand to our economy, but it's slipped under the 600 million now, so it's only worth $6 million a day. So thankfully, the fine wool has kept our prices up, and we saw the Carfield's primary wool last night, and they said merino wool is $20 average, crossbred wool's about $2.50, so there's a big differentiation. We've got to bring that crossbred wool up, Mavis.
Okay, we are good to go. Can we have our shearers to the board? Timekeepers are ready. Shearers, get set, go. So this is heat number 2 of the Johnson's Brothers World Qualifying event, ladies and gentlemen. So these wool handlers, they are competing to represent New Zealand over in France. And on table number 1, she is no stranger to representing New Zealand. This is Kieran Herbert. She's from Tikawiti. Kieran is one of these wool handlers, you know, you get the cruisy looking wool handlers that, you know, just cruise around. Well, Kieran is not one of them. She's one of these wool handlers that will eat the wool. She'll eat the shearer if he gets in his way, and the presser as well. And on table number 2, we have Sherry Hatterson from Milton. We had a little bit of background information from Dana on Cherry, and it's lovely to see her up there, Mavis.
It is, and how cool. A niece of Ronnie Davis. He was no stranger to Golden Shears. And if you're listening, Ronnie and Trish and Jason and that whānau, mihi to you. On stand number 3, we have Cherie Alabaster. Cherie competed last night, one of the winning New Zealand team members who beat the Australians. I didn't have much of a chance to talk about Cherie, but she also has a great whakapapa and a great story, the daughter of our, someone everyone in the shearing industry loved a lot, Ray Alabaster. She's here to do her best too. There we go, first throw on. Little bit of overhang, not bad. Pagan, a bit of bunching up the top end here. Looks like a bit the same for Kieran. Lovely.
Patterson's got the number 1 throw that time there, and I think we can call her Ree is the name she likes to go at. Well, you have to get in behind Ree because she's got these other very qualified wool handlers that are going to take her to the cleaners if she's not careful. Pagan Karodi is up there. Her throw was the next one. Cherie Alabaster had a beautiful throw as well. But this lady from Milton in the Dunedin, South Dunedin was the one, Tuma Mullins, that had the best throw.
Yes, you did right, Kieran Herbert. Her fleece was a little bit brittle. It wasn't really, the fibres weren't binding, so she didn't want to throw it, so she just aimed for the top of the table and then pulled it back. And she hasn't made too much of a hash of that. All of the first pieces are around the outside of the table. That's where you want them to be. And look at Kieran, she is attacking. She's got the tongue hanging out and she is watching her shearer. Nice, tight, compact roll. Into the fadge it goes, and she's running back to her shearer. Grabs the cheek wool. These other wool handlers, they've still got their fleeces on the table. Here they go. But Kieran Herbert, she's a little wee bit in front. She's got a little wee bit of time to really set that fleece up, Mavis. You know, all Golden Shears have been going on about how you need to set the fleece up.
Yep, and they're all doing that really well. Right down the end here, let's just have a look at Pagan. Lovely, lovely, just rolled it out. Lovely fleeces again.
Well, Mavis, it will have to fall on the shoulders of Pagan Karodia, the throw that time, but this Pedersen wasn't very far behind. If anything, she's only lost 2 points for that throw. I'm not quite sure how. You're the one that's been a little bit of a judge, but that throw on table number 4, would that have been incurred 3 points?
I doubt it.
Not even that?
I don't think so. Well, my view...
We are judges. Just make a call.
It's almost a perfect throw.
Oh, almost. So
And I
that's
don't
just
like
around
doing
about a
perfect.
0. So Tuma Mullins, the quality of the throws has been magnificent.
It certainly has been
Ooh la
magnificent.
la.
And around the head work, the shearers, these wool handlers working away. Sherry down there on table number 2, she said, no, I've got a bit more work to do on this fleece. I'll need to stay here. That's the decisions that these wool handlers, they don't have minutes to make. It's all snap decisions. Kieran Herbert, roll up time. Kieran Herbert, she's got a little bit of rattle there as well. She's really focused on her game. Here we go, the shearers turn to the last side. All these wool handlers, they understand now. We need to get back to the shearer. Set the fleece up nicely. And down the last side work these shearers, and they are putting some good pressure on these wool handlers. This fleece down here on table number 4 looks a little bit of work in it. Lovely throws coming up. Oh, these wool handlers, they're putting on an exhibition. Kieran Herbert, big fleece, lands it nicely, Koro.
It's amazing throw, this Pedersen girl, Ree Pedersen. I'm not too sure where this girl's come from, but man, she's in the game. She's in the zone. She's brought her A game today here at the Johnson's Brothers World Qualifying, and congratulations. Hopefully she's got the family watching her. Young girl, but man, is she taking it to these old guns, Mavis.
Yeah, look, it was pretty hard to go past Pagan. That was a stunning throw from Pagan. There was no overhang at all. And actually, just a word about Pagan. You know, she's the daughter of 2 masters, Dion Morel, master shearer, Tina Remene, master wool handler. So we expect no less from Pagan herself. And last year, what a fabulous year she had. As one of the stars of She Shears, she won a number of really high-profile shows, her shearing. So she's bringing all of that experience into this event right now. But by geez, Kieran's not mucking around, throwing that table around, Tom.
Yes, we've had to reinforce the tables just for Kieran because she takes no prisoners. She's right there. She's back to her shearer, setting up there. She's starting to get a bit of glow in her face. The tongue just hangs out a little bit to the side, setting up that fleece. She is thinking, give me your fleece, mate. I want that wool. Here we go. She turns and throws. This is probably the smallest one she's had. Bang on. Koro Mullins gives me the all clear. Well done.
Koro, you're being the adjudicator on the throw.
Well, I'm the only one with enough experience to call how the fleeces are thrown, so I'm making... Oh, gee. What are you laughing? Okay, back to the table because Kieran Herbert, another 0 throw. This girl here, see how the fleece lifted up, and a difficult fleece to throw, but we're going to go to table number 1, Kieran Herbert, for the throw that time. Absolutely beautiful. Well, the pressure is now coming on you. I think this is the 5th and final fleece on the table, and now they will be starting to get themselves organised. The pressure is mounting to Mullins. Let's keep it winding up, wind them into it, because Kieran Herbert, she loves the big time. She loves to get in there and put her nose to the grindstone. Her nose is to the grindstone, and look at that. She's already getting ready to roll the fleece up. She's not too far away, Tuma. She's squeezing that fleece up, put it in the wool pack, and says, bring the next one on. She'll start to clean up. Look at this. She's already got the broom in hand, Tuma Mullins.
Yes, you did right. Good old Kieran Herbert. She had a good throw. Once that throw hit the table, she got a bit more bounce in her step, a little bit more confidence. And look at her. She's right there with her shearer. She's even carrying the long broom up to the board. She's got time to burn down there on table number 4, Pagan Crodia. Roll up time, but Kieran Herbert, she's done most of her cleanup. She's got a lovely looking fleece coming off right now. She sets it up nicely, pushes the back leg out the back, and then she'll start feeding it into herself, Mavis. Here we go.
Round she comes. Cherie, lovely. You know, for all the time that Kieran had, it's probably a bit disappointing. She had all the time in the world to make sure that was perfect. I can see it was a big fleece, but it's still been easy to sort of work her way around it. All these others, lovely throws. It's been very consistent. Fantastic skills.
Well, Cherie cracked it that time. That was a good one, Cherie. She cracked it. Now, don't let up. Don't let up. Get in behind this young Ree. Make a little bit of noise. Make a little bit of noise for this girl. Has first time in the Golden Shears on the big stage. And she says, I love it. I'm coming back for the 60th birthday. Look at that beautiful wool she's rolling. She's even making love to one of those bit of wool with her neck. She's got it there. Everything. She's only got 2 hands, and she made it work hard. Up the table gets lifted up, Mavis. Cherie Alabaster's got the broom in hand, and she's under the table now to Mullins.
Kieran Herbert, she did a lot of her cleanup earlier on. Come on, Kieran. She's going to get the super cleanup. She could eat your breakfast from underneath that table if you like a bit of wool fibre. Here we go. She's not far from putting her hand up. Kieran Herbert looks around. You need to look around. Here we go. Well done, Kieran.
That's what the war horses do. Her and Pagan. Lovely cleanups. Cherie putting the final touches. Both the Cherie. Well done. I hope you've enjoyed these 2 semi-finals, if you like, for the world qualifying, because 2 of these, or 4 of them will come back for a final, and then we're into the last 2. Well done. Please give them one more big hand and make it sound like you mean it. Kapai, thank you.
Okay, after the senior Woolhandling semis, I think it is, we have the Women's Invitational event. And we have Pauline Bollet, Emily Welch, Jackie Paku, Laura Bradley, Jills Angus Burney, and Sarah Higgins. Okay, so you sharers, you guys will need to get yourselves organised. I see Laura Bradley here. Looks like she's just come back from a 10K run, so good on you, Laura. We look forward to seeing you a bit later on.
Thank you, Tuma. The next event up will be the Young Farmers Blue Ribbon. Heat 1, Jimmy Samuels, Ethan Pankhurst, Hemi Braddock, Linton Palmer, Jack Fagan, Joseph Winders. Heat 2, this is a final, sorry. Hayden Tapp, Duncan Higgins, Brett Roberts, Daniel Seed, Sarah Higgins, and Tegwin Bradley. We have the draw for the senior shearing semi-finals.
Oh, no, you hold on.
Heat 1, Barney Cummins, Ross Thompson, Alex Smith, Janriri Hartman, Connor Puha, Duncan Higgins. Heat 2, Brandon Maguire-Ratama, Lionel Tomata, Sean Gauk, Simon Goss, Jade Maguire-Ratama, Paul Swan. And Heat 3, Sarah Higgins, Geordie Grant, Willie Tahare, Linton Palmer, Cody Gregg, and David Gordon. we'll call you up to register a little bit after, through this. But thanks very much.
The young farmers, as I understand it, there's going to be an instant prize giving.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. So we've just had a wee chat to them and say, hey, don't go away, guys. It's two-heat final for the young farmers. And I think we move on to the young farmer. There'll be a prize giving as well for the young farmers teams that we've had before these Worlds. And that's going to be, talking about finals and bits and pieces, that's going to be a super final, that Woolhandling. There's going to be a few booyah moments in that, I can tell you that. Right, we're up to the event 38. Sponsor here is MSD Cooper's Animal Health, and as they would be, heavily involved in these young farmers event. One of these products that are very big on the pesticides and the issues, the worms and all those sorts of things that can parasites that can annoy sheep and livestock in general, deer and cows and all these sorts of things. But in this case, more relevant is sheep, and of course that's what makes us have a big healthy sheep with lots of lambs and big healthy fleeces. Without that, it would be a struggle. They can keep all those other burdens out of the way so the animals can reach their full potential. Right, we won't be far away. We've got 6 of these to shear, or they have more to the point.